Hey guys, welcome to the video. I want to check out the Eagle skills with you for the SPIRITBORN class in Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. Just a little bit of an asterisk. This is as of the July 12th Blizzard Headquarters Invitational, where I got a chance to play with other content creators. So it's possible that some of this changes when it goes live, but this is what I have the opportunity to share with you. So let's dig into the Eagle skills right now. Your first basic skill for the Eagle Spirit is going to be Thunderspike. It's a basic Eagle attack that does lightning damage. It generates 9 vigor and it tells you that you quickly jab forward with a piercing strike and deal 20 damage. Your third attack pierces further, dealing 30 damage, and reduces your evade cooldown by 5 seconds. Enhanced Thunderspike says that Thunderspike generates 5 additional vigor if you've moved in the last 2 seconds. Accelerated Thunderspike says when you evade, you attack with Thunderspike along the way and make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. Sharp Thunderspike says that Thunderspike's third attack strikes back again, pulling in and knocking down distant enemies for 3 seconds. Looking at the core skill for the Eagle Spirit, you've got Quill Volley. It's a core Eagle skill that again does lightning damage. It costs 35 vigor and sends 5 feathers that pierce through enemies, dealing 19 damage. Enhanced Quill Volley says that Quill Volley makes enemies vulnerable now for 3 seconds if they're hit with at least 3 feathers at once. Rampant Quill Volley makes the feathers fly 50% further and converge on your target with 20% additional critical strike chance for each point of vigor you had when you cast it. Finally, we have Advantageous Quill Volley. So Quill Volley will then hurl out 3 additional feathers and deal 30% increased damage to each enemy per hit. In the focus tree, you got Vortex. Again, it's lightning damage. It's also an Eagle skill. It's got a 12-second cooldown and creates a cyclone that pulls enemies inward, followed by a crushing downdraft that deals 47 damage. Enhanced Vortex says whenever you cast Vortex, it increases the damage of the next skill cast by 20%. Measured Vortex says while you have an active barrier up, your Vortex does 200% additional damage and knocks enemies down for 3 seconds. Replenishing Vortex says critical strikes with this Vortex skill reduce its cooldown by 1 second. Next up is Soar. It's a focus Eagle mobility skill that does lightning damage and has a 15-second cooldown. You fly into the air, creating a cloud, which makes enemies at your target location vulnerable for 5 seconds before you crash down upon them, dealing 68 damage. Enhanced Soar says the next hit against an enemy struck by Soar is guaranteed to critically strike. If Soar hits no enemies, you instead gain 50% increased movement speed for 3 seconds. Replenishing Soar says that Soar's cloud will remain active around you for 7 seconds after you land and continue to make enemies vulnerable. Measured Soar says that the skill makes you unstoppable for 3 seconds. When we look at the skill tree, there's actually no defensive skills for the Eagle class specifically. That goes to the Gorilla, Jaguar, and Centipede. One of the first minor nodes in the potency tree is called Brilliance. Eagle skills deal 1% increased damage for each 20% movement speed that you have. Next up is Acceleration. Casting an Eagle skill would grant you 5% increased movement speed for 3 seconds. Inside the potency tree is another lightning-based damage skill called Razor Wings. It's also an Eagle skill and has 3 charges, with a 10-second charge cooldown. So you whirl out a cluster of razor-sharp spirit feathers that rebound back, dealing 68 damage each way. With the enhanced Razor Wings, it'll then make enemies vulnerable for 5 seconds when hitting with a critical strike, or when you hit them from behind. Invasive Razor Wings makes it consume 3 charges to send out a spiral of 3 wings at once. Poised Razor Wings says that it has a 10% chance to regain a charge when they hit an enemy a second time, and you double this chance if you have an active barrier. In the ultimate skill tree, you finally get the Seeker, which is the Eagle itself. It's an ultimate Eagle skill that does lightning damage with a 30-second cooldown and 3 charges. The Eagle Spirit swoops down and deals 27 damage. After a short delay, it blasts off, dealing 409 damage. The Harmonious Seeker skill gives it the ability to knock down enemies for 4 seconds, and the second hit is a guaranteed critical strike. Finally, you have the Exalted Seeker. The Seeker constantly makes all nearby enemies vulnerable while it's active. And now you know what I know, that is all the Eagle Spirit skills you get for the SPIRITBORN in Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. I hope this gets the gears rolling. This is, in my opinion, the fastest build for the game for speed clearing that I got a chance to try. Again, we're level 30 on July 12th, so maybe these change, maybe the numbers get throttled, but the gameplay is fun, exciting, and flashy using the Eagle Spirit. Much love, and I'll catch you on the next one.